Get ready for University of Georgia basketball.
Now, the good news is we've got 84, but
one of the big differences tonight is points off turnovers. And Georgia doesn't have an inordinate high number of turnovers. We have 9, they have 8. But Ole Miss has scored 16 points off our turnovers compared to Georgia's 9. Dogs lead by 1. And Georgia to inbound the basketball after bringing it up the length of the floor. Smurf feeds it into Ross. And Ross will trot his way into the front court right to left. Less than a minute to go. Georgia with a 1-point lead. Ross, one-handed pass to Wilkinson. Left-hand dribble away from the body. Drive, layup, good! And the foul!
That was ridiculous. Ridiculous. Why would you goaltend? Oh, my goodness.
Wilkinson now with 31 points. Matches his season high at 31 against Auburn in the SEC opener. Dogs by 3 with a chance to go up by 4. Wilkinson on the line for the Dogs. 48.4 seconds to go. Ball's in the air. Free throw's good. All net. 32 points for Jeremiah Wilkinson tonight. Dogs have a 4-point lead. 45 seconds. Ole Miss ball. Students starting to make some noise. Even the season ticket holders behind us are coming out. Somto surreal. Did they call him for a? They call him for a goaltend there?
They must have, because they gave the basket didn't go in, and they've given them 2 points.
Yeah, he blocked the shot, or he deflected the shot, but I think it came off the glass when he hit it. And they quickly call 2 points for Ole Miss. So it's 87-85. Georgia by 2 with 34 seconds to go. And that down to the wire finish that we were talking about. Wilkinson has it. Guarded by Jiffa out front. Now he's double teamed. He's going to drive and attack. Lay in, won't go. Rebound. Oh, Georgia came up short. Ole Miss has it. And they've got numbers stored in the rack, and we're tied on the lay-in. 87-87. Georgia has it. 17 seconds to go. Shot clock is off.
No timeout.
Smurfs letting it roll in the backcourt. Now he picks it up. The clock begins to tick. Dogs are going to play it out, apparently. 13 seconds to go. 10. Smurf into the paint. Double team there. Needs some help. Needs some help. He's surrounded. Back to Ross for a 3 with 2 seconds to go. No good. Tap in won't go off the glass. We're tied and going to overtime.
I was afraid of that.
87-87. 5 minutes on the clock. We'll play 5 more minutes here in Athens tonight. Georgia and Ole Miss are tied at 87. As we go to overtime, we'll take a quick timeout and back to Stegman Coliseum right after this on the Bulldog Sports Network.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Going to overtime here in Athens tonight. Georgia 87 and Ole Miss 87. Well, we played overtime against Auburn in the SEC opener. Dogs won that one 104-100. We had an overtime loss to Clemson in Charleston back in November, 97-94. So overtime game number 3 for the Bulldogs this season. And they'll go to the center circle and jump it off. Somto Surreal ready to jump for Georgia, and he's got 4 fouls, remember. And Corey Chest at 6'8" will be in the center circle for Ole Miss. There's the toss and the tap controlled by Ole Miss. And here we go. 87 all. Commerdine works to the right. Ole Miss with the first overtime possession. Store, step back deep in the range 3. Hits the rim, no good. Catching, so one-handed rebound. Mike White saying, push it up the floor. Let's go, let's go. Catching's on the dribble. Being chased and now double teamed. Skips it to Somto. Just left of the circle. He feeds it back to Smurf. Milner weaves through traffic into the paint to Ross in the corner. Here comes the 3. It's short. Woo! Rebound, Ole Miss. Ross, a 33% three-point shooter this season. Commerdine, jump pass into the corner for Ole Miss. Neither team has scored yet here in the overtime. We're still tied at 87. Store with the dribble. Step back, long 2 in the circle. Back of the rim, and no good. Ross with the rebound. Outlet on the far sideline to Wilkinson, who's got 32 points tonight. Feeds it back to Ross. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Jordan Ross is holding it. Guarded by Pinkins, but not real tight. Feeds it up to Wilkinson. Backdoor feed now to Ross. Beautiful pass, Wilkinson. Lay-in by Ross is good. He just fireballed it right under the bucket from about 35 feet.
That was a great pass, but a good look.
89-87, Dogs go in front. 3:23 in overtime. Ole Miss with the basketball. Commerdine. Wilkinson goes for the steal, can't get it. Commerdine curls around, fires a 3, won't go. Somto with a rebound. One of the back officials calls a foul on Somto, a push, and that's it for Somto.
Oh my goodness.
That's his 5th. He's just fouled out of the game.
Somto has a word for the officials. He walks out.
It's his 5th disqualification this season. And that includes one for a flagrant 2 foul down in Gainesville. So 2 shots for Corey Chest now. Somto is fouled out of the game here in overtime with Georgia leading by 2. Chest at the free throw line, just a 45% foul shooter, but number 1 is up and in. That's his 6th make in 12 ties. So 1 free throw, and he improved 5% on his shooting. Second one is on the way, and he knocks them both down. Not bad for 45%. He beat the odds.
Well, that's a guy you want at the line, yeah.
We approach 3 minutes to go. We're deadlocked in overtime. Wilkinson holds on the logo. Dylan James is in the game now. Somto's gone. He fouled out. Wilkinson, deep 3, won't go. And a foul on Ole Miss on the rebound. And they got Keza Jiffa that time, the 6'1 guard.
Who's going to the line? Is it Cannon?
James.
Oh, it's Dylan James. Okay.
2 shots for Dylan. Ole Miss has got 3 guys with 4 fouls at the moment. Tied at 89. Dylan at the line. Free throw number 1. Good. (90-89), and Georgia wants a timeout. So Dylan will have to wait to shoot his second. 30-second timeout. We keep it here. Oh, we can take the break. Let's take the break. I think they're going to turn this into a full timeout. All right, we'll take the break with them. We're in overtime in Athens. Georgia 90, Ole Miss 89 with 2:57 to go. We'll come back right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
At Piedmont, quality care changes lives. Meet Brad, a healthy former Marine who unexpectedly suffered 5 heart attacks and then heart failure. He credits Piedmont with saving his life.
The teamwork it took to provide me a path forward through a surprise heart failure and almost 5 months of intensive care in 3 different Piedmont hospitals is difficult for me to even imagine, but you guys nailed it. How do you thank someone for the gift of life?
Hear more at piedmont.org/qualitycare. Piedmont, real change lives here.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily, at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Georgia has a 1-point lead over Ole Miss. We are in overtime here at Sold-Out Stegman Coliseum tonight. SEC game number 4. The Dogs are trying to scratch their way to a 3rd victory in conference play, but it is not easy at all. Dylan James on the foul line with one more free throw to go, and Mike White wanted a timeout before he shot the second one.
And Scott, what's been rather unusual is a guy that has put us on his back and carried us so often, Blue Cane, was not on the floor the final 3 minutes and 50 seconds of regulation, and has only been on the floor for 12 seconds since that time.
Kane with 3 points tonight, 0 for 7 from the field. He's missed all 4 of his three-point attempts. 4 rebounds in the game and 3 out of 4 from the foul line. But as Chuck pointed out, not on the floor here late. Somto has fouled out, so he won't be on the floor the rest of the game. And the Dogs have a 1-point lead with another free throw to go and 2:57 remaining in overtime. Ross is in foul trouble for Georgia. He has 4. Chest, Storr, and Comardine all have 4 for Ole Miss. Storr's their leading scorer, and he's got 25. Wilkinson, the leading scorer for the Dogs tonight, with 32 points on 9 of 18 shooting and a career high matching 6 3-pointers in the game. All right, Dylan back on the line. He's ready to go as soon as they turn him loose. James tonight, 5 points, 3 for 5 from the line. Try to improve those numbers right here and give the Dogs a 2-point lead. Free throw, good. Stepped up there and drilled it right through the heart.
He's hit 4 big free throws down the stretch for us here. That's
Dogs 91, Rebels 89. Overtime with 2:50 to play. Storr has the handle for Ole Miss on the wing. Runs into a double team inside the arc. Feeds it back to Jiffa. Jiffa with a left-hand dribble. Backs up between the circles. Now left of the lane line. Feeds it into Chest. He slides in the paint. Fadeaway 2 right in front of the basket. Hit the back of the rim. No good. Rebound Dogs. Georgia with a chance to go up by 2 possessions here if we can convert. 2:20 to play in overtime. Ross with a slow left-handed dribble on the wing. Now on the baseline. Into the paint. Picks up his dribble. Lobs back towards half court to Wilkinson. 8 to shoot. Jeremiah attacks down the lane and tried to shoot or send it to James, and Ole Miss just reached up there and stole the ball, and then the Dogs foul. Dylan James called for the foul. That's his first. And both teams in the double bonus, so 2 free throws coming for Ole Miss and a chance to tie it down on the right end of the floor. And Wilkinson kind of stubborn on that drive, wasn't he, Chuck? Driving
he really was.
Right into a double and eventually a triple
team, and still tried to put it up there.
Jiffa at the line shooting a pair for Ole Miss. Free throw number 1 is good. Keza Jiffa, 6'1", 175, 81% free throw shooter. And a transfer from High Point after the last 2 years. He's a left-hander, and he knocks down both foul shots to tie it at 91. 2 minutes to go in overtime here in Athens.
I'm thinking Doug Show's worked double overtime last night in Knoxville.
Catchings for three. Good!
How about that?
Cannon Catchings with a big three from the left wing. Catchings with 17 points. 94-91 Dogs. Ole Miss called for a travel on Store in the lane.
He did. He planted the pivot foot, but then he dragged it. He dragged it because I think he was trying to look for a pass, to make a pass, trying to look around the defender, and he dragged that pivot foot. I mean, that's basic basketball, easy for an official. Easy call for an official.
Dogs by 3 with the ball and 93 seconds to go in overtime. Smurf with a slow right-hand dribble high on the left wing. Gets a screen from James. He rolls. Feed Catchings on the wing. He moves to his left and gives it back to Smurf. 10 on the shot clock. Millender takes a peek at the clock, looks at the sideline. Deep three! Wow, no good. Rebound. James fights for it. Ole Miss going to get it. Jiffa on the full run. 1 against 3. Oh, and a touch foul. In the Ole Miss front court on Jeremiah, I think, is who they got Wilkinson for the foul. That's his second. And 2 shots coming from Rebels. Stops the clock with 69 seconds to go in overtime. And Jiffa back on the line. 94-91. Dogs by 3. Ole Miss shooting free throws. Number 1, good. Jiffa perfect tonight from the line. He's 5 for 5.
He is perfect. I mean, he has not missed all night.
The left-hander, now 6 for 6. You were trying. It's a 1-point Georgia lead, 94-93. Clock ticking at 107. 106, we're in overtime. Georgia has the ball and a 1-point lead. Ross on the dribble. On the near side. Gets a screen from James. Mike White wants a timeout. Georgia calls time.
I think the crowd had to call it for him. The official, he was standing there telling the official, and the crowd finally stood up and, hey, he wants a timeout.
Dogs will use the 30. We'll keep it right here. 57.3 seconds to go. 18 on the shot clock for the Dogs. We're in overtime after finishing regulation tied at 87. Santos Surreal has fouled out of the game. Jeremiah Wilkinson has 32 points as Georgia's leading scorer. A.J. Store, the top scorer for the Rebels. 1 of 5 in double figures for them. He's got 25 tonight after he scored 26 on Saturday in their win over Missouri.
Well, at this point, what I'd like to see is Georgia not run the clock down. You know, but go ahead and attack the basket, see if they can pick up a 5th foul on one of their players, but at least draw a foul and get to the line.
Dogs with Ross and Wilkinson, Millender, Catchings, and James are 5 on the floor. Ross has 4 fouls, trying to inbound the ball. Just beats the 5 count, zips it into Smurf, who jumps over the timeline. Had gone into backcourt, but came back closer to the ball to take the inbound feed. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Ross curls down the lane, and his layup attempt is blocked by Corey Chest, who will then deliver a little trash talk to Jordan Ross. He knocked it out of bounds on the block. 4.2 seconds for Georgia on the shot clock. Smurf to inbound. Well, we don't have Santo to throw it into the lane to on the out-of-bounds play. Catchings curls into the corner. We give it to James. 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. Smurf launches a 3. Oh, side iron rebound. Ole Miss. 36 seconds to go in overtime. Georgia by 1, 94-93. Ole Miss has the ball in the front court. Comerdine gets a screen from Chest. Dribbles with the left hand, now the right. Picked up by James. Into the circle. Feed it back to Store. Leans in for a deep 3. NBA range is no good. And the rebound is touched out by Georgia. It'll be Ole Miss ball. 18.7 seconds to go. Dogs bench checking to see if they challenge the call, but they don't. Ole Miss is going to have possession.
And Ole Miss wants timeout.
Now the officials are saying, hang on, saying, I don't want a timeout. I didn't want a timeout. Bart Lennox gave him a time, and then they wave it off.
Was that the goal, Kirby Smart? I was just...
Kirby's across the way at courtside seats if you want to go ask him. All right, Ole Miss ball, 18.7 seconds remaining in overtime. And Georgia leads by 1. Catchings jumping up and down on the inbound. And now Ole Miss will use a timeout as they couldn't get it in. And Chris Beard got a little antsy and called a time right as they were delivering the ball inbounds.
And he called a 30.
18.7 seconds to go. Overtime. Georgia 94. Ole Miss 93.
Yeah, he may have thought he was just clapping, you know.
Again, if you want to go ask to get a definitive answer.
He would know, wouldn't he? And he had a good view from over there in the courtside seats.
So Ole Miss burns a 30-second timeout here. Shot clock is off with 18.7 seconds remaining in overtime. And Georgia leading by 1 Ole Measley point. Oh, my goodness. You know, we said after the Auburn game, we only have 17 more of these. Yeah, right. And that was an overtime 4-point win. And I mean,
yeah, that was
every game is like this, it would seem. Now, Florida certainly wasn't like this, but everything else is just nail-biter, white-knuckle ride. Ole Miss throws it into Store underneath the basket, and he lays it up and in with 17 seconds. They just threw it right into Store. He had position right under the basket, and they've taken a 1-point lead. Millender attacks for Georgia. Throws it up.
Draws a foul.
The spin off the glass.
Beautiful
rolls the
play.
opposite way on the layup attempt, but he got fouled. And 2 shots for Smurf. And Comerdine is fouled out of the game for Ole Miss. So 10.2 to go. Dogs down a point. And Smurf going to the line for 2 free throws in the double bonus in overtime.
My goodness, Scott.
Store with that bucket on the other end. Now with 27 points in the game for Ole Miss.
This game now 2 hours and 25 minutes old. And it seems, so help me, like we started sometime yesterday. There's been so much drama down this
If we go to more overtimes, you might be able to say that in just a little bit. Smurf to the line. 2 shots coming. If he makes them both, the Dogs will be in front. Millender at 85%, almost 86% at the line this season. Free throw number 1, no good. Hits the back of the rim.
Well,
now we need this one to tie the game. Smurf walks away from the line. Gathers himself once again. Shrugs his shoulders. Deep breath, ready for the ball. He can tie it here. The right-hander delivers. Free throw good. We're tied at 95. Ole Miss has got the ball. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Chippa over the line. Gives it back to Store. Store spins, shoots. 2-pointer. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound tapped up. Ole Miss hits it at the horn.
Was that good?
Pinkins. Yeah, I think so. They're going to review it. Ole Miss is celebrating.
Previous shot is under review.
Like they won the national championship. Coaches are trying to get them back on their side of the floor. They just did a lap around the court here at Stegman.
No.
Pinkins got the rebound and put it back up and in. It looks like with either a 10th or 2/10 of a second remaining in overtime when it went through the hoop. And it looks like Ole Miss has won. At least looking at that quick replay up on the video board. 97-95. Looks like it's going to be the final as the Rebels win it. Still waiting on the official word from the referees down to our right as they're reviewing the play. Ole Miss got that last rebound and put it back up and in after missing the original shot.
After review, the goal counts. Ball game.
Ole Miss a winner, 97-95. in overtime. So they break the Dogs' hearts here at Stegman Coliseum tonight. Georgia with the loss, now 14-3, 2-2 in league play. Ole Miss also 2-2 in the SEC, and they win their 10th game of the year, now 10-7. Ole Miss a winner in overtime, 97-95. We'll get our Regions locker room report underway right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Knox, Thomas.
Dogs do the improbable, the unthinkable, the unbelievable. They beat Arkansas and go wire to wire to win the SEC tournament.